Hey, Johnny, I have a question. They said this is the best 4-color eyeshadow palette, but there's only 3 colors.
Are you lying? These awards, how embarrassing. Florals for spring, groundbreaking. This is the that came out 2.5 weeks ago that somehow won an award. Take it away.
Why? The scandal with when she made her employees write reviews for her, so it would get like 5-star reviews.
Please, I hate you. This is like giving a Grammy to someone who covered a song. It's been done. Like, hey, Kevin. You want to show me something? Show me that.
I'm gonna hate you.
It's like you're an artist.
When you do an eyeliner.
Instead of painting a canvas, you're painting a face.
When you do an eyeliner, it's like you're an artist.
My God.
And it comes out perfect.
Perfect. Burlesque. Oh, man. What a good movie.
I love that movie.
Christina Aguilera's makeup in that goddamn movie and all the scenes is...
Well, when she's doing her eyeliner, it's like she's an artist.
It's like she's an artist. Oh, my God. What are we talking about today?
This is worse than Harper's Bazaar to me.
I completely agree.
And it's, you know what? It's on par with Harper's Bazaar. So we're going to be talking about the Allure Best of Beauty Awards, which I think it's rigamorous, girl.
Rigamorous.
It is.
I think it is worse than
goblins. You know what?
Because
it is because
Harper's doesn't have any authority.
And you know what?
Like, you know what I mean?
Because people look when you get the Allure stamp on a product. The next year they put the sticker. We won 3 years in a row because you paid for it.
It actually has cachet. Yes.
Yeah.
Which I don't love because who the hell are you?
And you know what's great? People do, and there was people in the comments that I think you had asked, like, what would you like to see? And everyone's like, well, it's interesting because before the YouTube explosion of everybody giving reviews, people relied on the Best of Beauty Awards to say like, oh, maybe I'll try this.
Absolutely.
And it's gross.
I know.
Because these brands pay for these products to be on there. And some of them are genuine winners.
Some of them feel like they earned it.
Yeah. And others are clearly paid for and every year.
Which you'll also notice, we are splitting this up into 2 episodes. So this episode, we're going to go through all of the affordable makeup products and the skincare products. Okay. And then part 2 is going to be all of the luxury products. Because like we're saying,
That's where it's ghouls and goblins.
You notice every year, there's always about 6 times more luxury products from the brands that have the coin.
I saw something that there was like maybe 393 products on this list.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I know.
Who has the time at Allure to be like,
I know.
But they're clearly making their money off of this.
Well, you know what gooped me a little bit? It was when I got invited to the Harry Styles concert with a brand, and I was kind of the first one there. And I'm waiting online outside of Madison Square Garden, and I could tell it was like where we were supposed to line up. This brand had rented, or whatever the hell you want to say, 2 of those boxes, you know, that you're in. And one box was for beauty influencers like us. And the other box, as I'm standing online, I'm like, oh, like, how are you? Are you here for the, the brand thing? And they were like, yeah. I was like, oh, like, do you make content or whatever? And she's like, oh, no, I work for Allure. And I'm like, oh, okay. And that's when a little like ding, ding, ding went off in my head where I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because you're getting the primo treatment.
Yeah, these brands are getting these brands are inviting people from all these
Harper's
magazine
Bazaar.
publications and the whole 9 yards to go. And I know for a fact, which it should be in this episode because we're doing skincare, there is a product on this list that won an award that came out 3 weeks ago. How did it win an award?
For the whole year.
Yeah. So
since January, you're telling me that like nothing beat this other product?
That's what I mean.
Okay, that's what cracks me up. Is that when I see these Best of Beauty Awards and I'm like, but this product launched
it hasn't
weeks
even
ago.
Been out long enough for people to know if it works.
The clinical study was
That's
longer.
What I mean.
The clinical trial was physically longer than this.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see. Ghouls and the goblins.
I know. So I'm trying to think of other housekeeping. Whip it out. Whip it out.
You motherfucker.
The Mario Ethereal Palette. I'm going to insert it.
I'm like, we need it. Bring it back. And they're going to say, it's all going to clear out and go to white and be like, it's back.
I know.
October 1st. Mary.
And then what happens?
Then what did they post on TikTok?
Oh my God. Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay
that video, and then on Instagram.
What you said. You knew because of the way they took it off the gondola, they were calling it limited edition, but you know because Kevin knows his shit that they left labels and stuff. They didn't change the gondola. This was months ago. You knew this palette was coming back.
I knew this back.
That's why you gotta listen to the pod.
I knew this was coming back in March.
That's what I mean. It was months ago.
I knew this. It was because I knew it when I was still with Sephora at the time, and it was on top right gondola. Okay, so here's a little bit of tea too.
Yeah.
When you are a brand and you have a gondola in Ulta or Sephora, your launches are planned for the entire year.
Absolutely.
It has to, your gondola pieces, and I knew somebody that actually made the gondolas for Rare Beauty and everything, so I actually spoke to him, and he's like, these ideas and things have to be submitted longer than you even believe, because they have to make all that. All the components of the gondola, the physical display in Ulta Sephora. So then after this palette had come out, there was an update, whole thing changed. There was a spot for the palette that went on bottom right of the gondola. And I said, that's weird that it's limited edition. It's sold out already.
Yeah.
But then they sent like a sticker book insert for us to cover it. And I said, okay, so that usually means that it's coming back. So I was like, such bullshit, because either something got delayed or whatever.
You called it.
They tried to say that this was never coming back.
Get it now when everyone ran out and bought it.
I know. And now still says limited edition. Cut the shit, Mary. I hate when brands do this. Stop screwing with consumers. But it's funny.
It's the scarcity thing.
It's not selling out.
Interesting.
It is not selling out. It is still in stock online. It is still in stock on Mario.com, I believe, and in store physically. I saw this and I was like, okay, I guess I'll get one. And they opened the drawer and there was full stock of it. There's not a demand for. I feel like people are gonna go get it.
Yeah.
But I feel like this time around, I feel like I don't know. But a lot of you tagged us in the trend mood comments and they were like, we've been new.
I know.
We've been new, girl, for months.
I know.
And I was like, well.
We're ahead of trend mood. And that's the thing too. I also feel like that's a symptom of the new kind of thing of the makeup industry is after that first pop of a product, everything dies because it's so oversaturated. It just keeps coming and coming.
I don't know.
And you bought it and we opened it and swatched it. It's nothing special, girl.
I mean, it's really, honestly, I was going to even do a quick do my makeup with this, and I'm still going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my makeup fully.
Yeah.
Do a full blown, but it ain't nothing but
neutrals.
A little matte shadow. And,
absolutely.
And the Urban Decay, the topper formula.
Yes.
And they did it better. So,
I know. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give it a fair shot, but that video will be coming out soon.
Yes.
And I'm just I'm morbidly curious at this point.
So funny. Well, speaking of eyeshadow formulas, I just went to the Half Magic event last night. So I met Donny Davy. She is the iconic makeup artist behind Euphoria makeup. She's the makeup artist for Euphoria. She kind of brought the whole holographic and gems, and every time a Euphoria season comes out, we see Euphoria makeup everywhere. This was Donny Davy. So I don't know how old she is, but it was the wildest thing was meeting this makeup artist that we said, we talked about Kevin Aquan, and I said to her, I was not blowing smoke up your ass, but I asked her, because I was too afraid to ask her to be on the pod, and maybe I'll DM her, but I said, what was it like to want to maybe bring that look into the aesthetic of the show, which I imagine was risky because no television had done anything like that. And moreover, I was when it exploded, and arguably people know about Euphoria makeup more than probably even watch the show, because that's how much of a thing. No other makeup artist's work has had such an impact beyond the show like hers.
I've never seen Euphoria, but
absolutely, that's what I mean.
You better know that one day I went into I had gems on my eyes, and somebody was like, "I love your Euphoria makeup." I said, "What does that mean?"
Yes.
I said, "Is that a new thing?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What is that?" And they were like, "Oh, it's a TV show." I'm like, "What?"
Yes.
And I had to look it up to see what they were talking about, and I was like, "Wow!" Whoever does this makeup, whatever team,
I know.
And it's the fact that this came from one person's mind to just do these creative graphic liners and pearls and gems and so beautifully done.
Yeah.
And I love that she has her own line.
So that's what I was saying. Speaking of the new formula, they just came out with a new collection. It's a tubing mascaras And the packaging we were saying, mind-blowing, is clear. Why has no one ever thought of that?
Clear
to know how much
packaging
is
for
left
mascara.
in your mascara. Like, and I got freaked out when I opened it because I was like, what? Like, I thought it was just a black tube, but they came out with black, teal-y blue.
The teal is stunning.
And a violet, and they're actually like, you know,
it's not going to be like black pigment with violet pearl.
Absolutely.
This is violet mascara.
And the violet almost has like a little bit of like a luminance.
Sheen. Yeah.
Luminance? Luminance?
Oh, trademark that.
What am I saying? Luminance.
Luminescence?
Luminous. But that's not right. Anyway, so we, luminosity to it. And they're all... They're all clear. I'm not even drinking. They're all.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, I know. They're all clear. Yeah, I'm kind of bugging. Do I have a drinking problem? So we.
What did you just say?
Do I have a drinking problem? Whenever, maybe it's you. So, whenever I'm around, I start. Yeah. And then they came out with 2 new of the glitter liners, which are to die for. I have the look I wore to the event. I used the like very bronzy one. This one. It's in the shade.
That is so beautiful.
I don't know what it's in the shade, but it's beautiful. And then they came out with new shades of that. And then they came out with 2 new colors. We're currently experiencing the national alert. Let's let that happen.
You know, let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that? That scares the shit out of me.
You know, some 80-year-old person was just driving and just crashed because of, you know what I mean? Like,
no, but like that actually freaks me all the way out because I feel like we didn't need a test of this. So why are we testing? Because
I know
I get these alerts all the time for like amber alerts, silver alerts, all those different ones. And I'm like, I don't know. There's something about this. It's like, I felt like this is unnecessary.
I know. It's like, we're getting.
Because how many times I get these all the time when there was a flood warning the other day for like New York, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why? So in my head, I'm like, I already got one of these for a flood warning.
Yeah.
Why am I getting one now just to test?
I know.
What are we not
What
being
are we
told?
testing for?
And I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but like, what are we testing that for?
Yes.
Because that freaks me all the way out.
Alien invasion.
Honestly, I'm ready.
I'll
join the fucking alien army.
Take me. It's got to be better than here.
Oh my God. Could you imagine I put on like an alien helmet and I'm like, I'm ready.
So funny that Katya was saying, Orville Peck texted her out of nowhere saying, do you think when aliens drive past Earth, they roll their windows up?
Yes.
Like, ooh, bad neighborhood.
Yeah, roll up the window.
Without a doubt.
Lock the windows.
Yes.
Like,
I know,
screaming.
that's freaky. But so Half Magic has a new eyeshadow formula that came out 2 new colors. These formulas, we played with them. The most buttery, blind. I'm dying to do my makeup with them. And I really want to also dive into like the matte paints and the whatever, because I've really been getting into the matte liquid eyeshadows and stuff.
Love them.
So she was telling me even on Euphoria, she was like, you know, the director was super open to it, which she goes, that really isn't always the case. And she goes, season 1, she didn't have her gems. So she said she was either using like Michael's ones, or she had to use real rhinestones, dipping them in lash glue and putting them on. And she goes, I'll never forget in season 1, she goes, you know, they were yelling like, is Sydney Sweeney ready? And she's like, here I am panicking, gluing these gems on, dropping them, like, oh my, trying to get them done in time.
Could you imagine the panic?
Oh my God. And it was so cool too, because it's like, she also said, which I said to her, I was like, the cool thing about that makeup within the show is, and the way I kind of articulated what she was saying to me, I was like, you know, most TV shows, especially with teenagers, if 0 is no makeup and 10 is like full Kim Kardashian, most of TV shows, they're kind of just like always at a 6. If they're waking up in the morning, if they're going to prom, they're just always at a 6. But what she was saying, which is why I think Euphoria, it feels so real, because I said to her, I was like, what I loved about it when I started watching it, which Euphoria is incredible, they feel like regular teenagers. Like, oh, I'm going out. They're going out now, and they did this thing, but it's in a way where their skin is still, looks like skin. It looks like the way a teenager would do their makeup. They're not doing full beat. It's not full Pat McGrath. And she said, she's like, you know, when there's many times they're not wearing anything. And she goes, I wanted those highs and lows so that it felt like they were doing these gems and the cool things when it was called for, when they were going out. And the cool thing was the color story and what she did. The show is obviously about kind of Zendaya being addicted to drugs and the highs and lows of all these people around, and the psychedelic nature in the colors that she used, the holographics and the whatever, adds so much to that kind of wonky, hallucinating nature of the show where you never know if someone's kind of in their right state of mind. It's unsettling. And then what was really cool too was she was explaining that in season 2, she really started to lean in to use more neons and more everything because she said the director, which is brilliant, why the show is so incredible, is the director, he films everything based on how he wants the show to look. He doesn't care about lighting the makeup in a certain way that it's going to look great. He goes, so she's like, I was noticing in season 1, certain colors weren't popping because she was like, the way the lights were. She goes, and even the actresses sometimes, she was behind, I forget what they call it, when you're sitting behind a camera, but she goes, some of the actresses would be like, oh, can I see a still of that scene? And Donny Davy was like, I would say to Sydney Sweeney or Zendaya or whatever, she's like, I don't know if you want to, because it was so unflattering, and because that's what the director wanted. It's a very gritty show. And basically, I say that to say she realized that in season 2, she started to up everything because she goes, I started to use neons because I knew they were going to be in the dark so much. I wanted the neon to come through the darkness. And it was so fascinating talking to her. And I mentioned before, I don't know how old she is. And I said that because, she could have been 28 years old. She just was so young and so normal and so unassuming and so unpretentious. What a dream of a person. Good for her with Half Magic. We just talked about her setting spray in the
oh my God,
episode,
she really
a couple episodes ago.
Out.
That's what I mean. I want to support brands like that because I just think she's brilliant. So it's so cool to meet her.
Yeah. The formulas are great. Everything is so stunning. And the packaging, everything is so original.
That liner that's pinched with the wing and stuff, everything is just so...
Yeah, the tool to create your perfect wing liner.
You know what she said too when I was there that blew my mind? The rubber thing that's
the tool
that you can use for eyeliner?
That's what I'm talking about.
I never realized one of the sides. So I always thought that it was shaped the way it was so that you could get 2 different shapes to your eyeliner or angles, which it is. But also one of them is perfectly shaped for contouring. And I never knew that.
Because that's the logo too, what we're talking about. It's the logo of the brand that
star.
That star diamond shape.
For contouring. Can you believe that? I was like, holy shit, I can't wait to try that. I didn't even think to use it like that. So it's such a good beginner-friendly thing. I know.
And reusable, so it's not tape.
And reusable, absolutely.
It's a tool.
Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
And it's in some Ulta stores. So I've seen it in a few. So
they are launching in Ulta. Yes, they're getting more and more.
I saw it in one that I happened to be passing by, but everything was empty because I guess they were just setting it up. But I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So cool.
Why she's almost coming out with shadows 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 is because she's putting so much thought and work into the formula. And when I tell you these 2 new ones that are the most blinding she's come out with,
that blue
are like silk. And I was saying to her, I was like, this is the kind of shimmer I would use, blinding shimmer, I would use on mature skin because it's like butter. And she said that too. She's like, I want Half Magic to almost be known as the Pat McGrath level formulas, but be that medium price point. And I was like, well, you're doing it, girl, because Pat McGrath is dropping the ball.
Big time.
She's been dropping the ball all year.
Big time.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Well, speaking of brands that are dropping the ball, let's get the fuck into this.
We're going to take a break and we're going to... Oh, and I want to say the only ones we really pulled were ones that either we thought maybe deserved to be award-winning or ones that we're going to rip to shreds. And then the ones we didn't include are just ones we could take it or leave it.
Yep.
So we'll be right back. All right, Allure Best in Beauty. We have no particular order here. We're just going in whatever my Mac
order
puts them at.
So this is the more affordable and skincare one,
Affordable and skincare. So the skincare can be high-end, but it's going to be affordable makeup and skincare.
Oh, okay, okay.
Just to, because there's so many luxury, it has to be its own episode. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So first up, we have...
Stop copying me.
Oh, God. Did you lactate? Because I did.
I did.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
This is the Benefit Cosmetics, the Professional Tighten Tone Pore Refining AHA PHA Toning Foam. Yeah.
And this one, Best Exfoliating Toner. So it's interesting. I used this for a little bit, but I gave this to my mom, and my mom is obsessed with it. I love that it's a foam that you don't really have to use a cotton round, but... I don't know. The only thing I'm going to give it credit for is that it is a little bit more affordable, but because I'm trying to think of another affordable toner, it's kind of in the price point. Yes, Paula's Choice and what's the other one? Pixie. the glow tonics and stuff like that.
That's more affordable.
Yeah, but I will say from this professional line, there was other things that I liked more.
The purple mask.
Absolutely. The clay mask, the moisturizer. That was like the pore moisturizer, and it's so good under makeup. This is puzzling to me. I honestly really understand.
Pick the Paula's Choice. The Paula's Choice does wonders for my skin. Paula's Choice is a better exfoliating toner.
I agree.
I use it every single day, and I love it. And it's a daily use thing, just like this. I don't know. This is kind of like meh.
And it gets rid of all that texture on your skin.
I know. I'm so textured.
You're so textured. You have the smoothest skin I've ever seen. I would sell my.
I don't think I have the smoothest skin I've ever seen.
You have no pores on your little Swedish ski slope nose. Please, I hate you. It's really what I wanted to say.
That's so the truth comes out.
Yeah, absolutely.
God, you're just,
I know.
Yin and yang, texture, no texture.
I know. Yeah. Oh my God. So next up, we have the Best Rich Facial Moisturizer. This is the Caudalie Premier Crew The Rich Cream. Mama, she is expensive. This has to be, isn't it over $100?
It's $129.
Okay, I will say this. I love Caudalie. I don't know if I have it in here. I don't. I love the white serum, the Vino Perfect
Dark Spot Serum.
I use that, and I'm not kidding you. The first time I ever used that at night, I woke up the next morning, and my skin tone was so even. My redness was already taken down. That shit to die for. There's so many Caudalie products. So because of that Vino Perfect, I was very impressed. Caudalie sent me the regular Premier Crew cream, and then they sent me the Premier Crew The Rich Cream, which is what won the award. I have used this goddamn Rich Cream every night for months.
Nothing. Agreed.
Nothing.
I think it's just...
I don't get it. Maybe hydration, but I did not see any anti-aging. I did not see any reduction. And I really use this. I'm talking months and months and months. Reduction in my lines. And I'm like, I thought this was going to be the Cadillac of anti-aging moisturizers because that's really what it markets itself as. And even the hydration was no better than the Glow Recipe Hyaluronic moisturizer. Like that I love. The hyaluronic plump. That if you want just a nighttime, it's not really anti-aging, but you could have your anti-aging in your serum. Use a retinol serum or retinoid serum, peptide.
I don't know. I never understood.
I don't get it.
Do you remember back in the day when Premier Crew was all the gold packaging?
Yes.
That oil, the oil elixir.
Absolutely.
And then the eye cream were there was something actually I felt it firming and tightening as you would wear it. I used the Premier Crew eye cream. I went through a full tube of it.
Me too.
Saw no difference.
Nothing.
No difference.
Nothing.
And they were saying in 7 days you would see results. I'm like, Mary, where?
Believe it or not, I feel like every fall is when I'm aware of how I've aged in the past year because it's always post-summer. I feel I feel like the sun damage.
Right now. I'm not joking.
Absolutely.
I'm starting to feel like I see a change. My skin is changing seasonally now, and I don't like it.
And that may sound weird to say that, but you have to understand, especially doing what I do, I stare at my face
all day,
every single day.
This close.
Yes, 365 days. So Mama sees the difference. And I see certain things in lines around here. And I feel like that's because by the time October comes,
You're just seeing the lines
damage
now?
we did. Yeah. The damage we did in the summer catches up with you. And you see,
Exactly.
Yes.
No, I'm not joking.
And you don't realize that that slow process. So, and I agree with you. This entire past couple months, I've been using nothing but that eye cream, nothing. You just got me on because I was saying to you, we were walking into Ulta and I said to Kevin, I was like, I want an eye cream that is the most anti-aging.
Burn my skin off.
Burn me to fry and dye me, roast me, flour my chicken. And it was...
Not flour, the chicken girl.
You turned me on to the Sunday Riley.
That, it's called 5 stars. It's a niacinamide retinoid eye treatment. And then I put an eye cream over it. Because it's an eye serum. So then I do the Drunk Elephant retinol eye cream over it. Mary.
Oh my God.
I know. I don't recommend that.
I would not do that. Yeah, because I can feel the Sunday Riley tingle the minute I put it on.
Because I do an eye cream over that because it's very strong. And the first time I ever used it and I didn't put eye cream over it, I woke up the next day, my under eyes were peeling.
Really?
And I was like,
I haven't had that yet.
So I don't know. Maybe I was using too strong of a retinol on my face.
Well,
and
you're putting another retinol on it.
Well, no, it hasn't happened since.
Yeah.
But I do recommend an eye cream over it, something hydrating, not retinol, but I just have no regard for anything. Yeah, so I said, bring it on.
Yeah. Johnny would like to distance himself legally from Kevin's choices, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, don't do what I do, please.
Yeah, so this premiere crew, I'm sorry, but skip it, girl. Pass, Allure. Who picks these?
Yeah, this is boo-boo.
Get out of here.
So next up, we have the best chrome eyeshadow, ColourPop Chrome Liquid Shadows. This is rightfully deserved.
This, I think, is deserved. And I will say, so the only thing with these is the dark, why I'm so obsessed is because the darker, this is in, I'll link it in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Casey and I did an unboxing months ago where these were in it, and I swatched all like 10 or whatever on his arm. I was actually more impressed with the darker, deeper, richer shades, the blues, the greens, the whatever, which is harder to get in a liquid eyeshadow to get that opacity.
The lighter were disappointing.
The lighter ones were a little bit more sheer, like almost the one pictured.
Agreed.
So I would just they're still stunning, but I would keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But for the holographic nature, all of the other liquid eyeshadows that I'm in love with don't have that holographic thing.
Yeah.
So to call this chrome kind of holographic eyeshadows, I think this is so well deserved.
And I tried the LA Girl ones that came out somewhat recently, and they're okay. There's one or two that are but I would say too, my only qualm with these is that they're a little small.
They are very small packaging.
So I wish there was a little more product for $12, but honestly, it's a great formula.
It's a great
And
formula.
how often are you wearing something like this? Even for us that do makeup kind of in a more artistic way every single day.
Yeah.
How often are you really going to go through it? So
there is one for fall I have in my head that I'm dying to use.
Bronzy. We'll find it later.
But it's I'll put a picture of it.
We'll declutter you later.
I know. Yes, we're going to film a declutter for the beauty channel. Kevin's going to be the police.
Marie Kondo.
Yes. Which I was saying, I know you're going to be a psychopath and you're worse than me. You're going to make me throw things out. Now I'm going to be like, they have memories, like not wanting to get rid of things. And you are going to be, and you're worse than me. Your collection is probably 9 times mine.
You would be disgusted if you walked into my beauty room. Like, I'm not kidding. I think after we do this for you, I think you should come on over. And we're going to need about come on over, baby.
Don't demonetize us.
You would be disgusted if you walked into my beauty room. So I know.
Am.
Yeah. I clean out, and I cleaned out, I think I donated to like friends and family. I had a bunch of eyeshadow palettes, 177 palettes I gave away, and I still have 8 drawers filled.
Are you lying?
No.
177 eyeshadow palettes?
No, and that was, no. And then I added another 30, 35 because I kept pulling. I was like, I'm really not going to use this. I'm really not going to. So it was over maybe 200 palettes. My family cleared out all these palettes, and they were like, are you sure? And I was like, I need this bin to be gone. I'm taking this bin empty.
Wow.
And then I was like, this is just eyeshadow. So saddle up for everything else to come, because now it's a problem.
Well, that's what I do. And especially with this declutter, I think that's the hard part of decluttering because it's very different for me when I know I'm not going to wear something that I receive in PR, so I won't open it. And then I can donate it. I can, but with this stuff, it's like you've used it because I've either reviewed it or I used it once or twice.
I feel weird unless it's my family or friends that don't give a shit.
Exactly. So I have a separate bin of stuff that I can give to a certain group of family and friends that I know they won't mind that I used it once or whatever the case is, because you can't donate it. So it just kills me sometimes to do that with makeup like this that I've used once or twice. I know. So
it's hard.
You're going to put me through it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So next up, I'm going to go get them.
So we have here the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Glosses. These are incredible. So this was in the last episode that we did. I think it was the Kevin Kwan episode or the episode before that. I was putting this on and I made you put this on. And I absolutely love this. So these have been sold out everywhere. And every time I'm in an Ulta or anywhere, they are always open and people break the seal on them. It is so irritating because I've been wanting them for months. They are so hydrating. they leave your lips pillowy, soft, and hydrated after you're done. So this is the clear one that Johnny just put on now, and that is pictured. They have other colors. They're very, very sheer.
Yeah, the three lightest ones. The clear is Let's Get Physical. The next, like, pinkier, I got in Havana, Good Time. And then the peachy nude is Coconuts, About You. But and you are totally right.
Glammingo Pink.
Yeah.
Which these names are...
What the hell? This is what I want in a lip oil, and no lip oil does it.
No.
It's like you put it on, and once it fades, your lips aren't back to the dryness it was before. They are more hydrated even after it fades.
That's the tea with lip oils and a lot of lip balms that have petroleum. You put it on because your lips dry out, and you're like, oh, I need more, and that's why you go through these products.
So these, I think this deserves it.
This is stamp of approval. Yes, this is the best of beauty. They are... CoverGirl came in here and said...
Yeah.
We're running the game.
Which, why also, obviously a mistake, but why is this under best hair care steals? Do you see that? That's how Allure labeled this. Best hair care steals. They probably think it's hair care. ChatGPT fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is well deserved.
Oh my God. Yes.
I do wish,
Hands
I will
down.
say, when I was looking, because I specifically went to a Walgreens by me that I know no one buys the makeup in, so I knew they'd be fully stocked. And all the colors were there. Yeah, all the colors were there. Can you not? All the colors were there, and a lot of the same. There's only like 10 or 12, and about 8 of them are all variations of peachy pink. Same thing. That's why I got one of the nicest, lightest peaches, one of the pink lightest, and then the clear. But then there was only 2 deepers, like a burgundy and a red, and then the rest were all like a melted creamsicle, orange creamsicle, the same colors.
Yeah, because you could blindly pick one up and it'll just work.
It'd be the same. Yeah, I was literally holding 2 up next to each other, like, are these different? And I had to read the bottom because I was losing my mind.
It's Devil Wears Prada holding up the cerulean belts.
Yeah, totally. So,
so this is amazing.
Very much
Absolutely
worth it.
Love these glosses.
All right, next up.
Ooh, Drunk Elephant, the Bouncy Bright Facial. So this has
What is this? Because I was trying to figure out what it is.
Oh, Mary, I'm going to tell you about it right now because people are very confused about what this is and what it does and what it's not. So
it was homophobic, and let me tell you why.
This is not vitamin C because
that's what I thought. Deceiving color.
Everyone gets so confused. This is not vitamin C. This is something that is specifically targeted for dark spots and pigmentation. So this is specifically and how you use it.
Yeah.
So it's a mask, but you're not putting this on clean, dry skin. You're putting this on top of your skincare routine, and everything that your actives in your nighttime routine are going to make this work even better. Because this is a 10% azelaic acid and a 1% salicylic. So you're putting this on as a nighttime treatment over your routine. So if you do a night serum, your moisturizer, whatever, you put 2 to 3 pumps of this on face and neck. I don't do my neck because I don't have dark spots there, and I don't think a lot of people do. But if you do, do it up.
Okay.
2 pumps is enough for your... I do 1.5 and it's more than enough.
Okay.
This goes in and breaks up. Think about it almost like going into the dark spot and almost like separating and breaking up all the pigmentation. So this is not just a vitamin C where it's brightening and firming and like,
absolutely.
It evens out your tone. This is going into stubborn dark marks.
Yes.
If you have acne scarring that then since the sun exposure made it darker, like I've had marks on my face that have gone away because I was like, I just like was convinced. I was like, okay, I did this damage. It's not going to be reversed. 4 weeks.
Wow.
And this like reverses all of that damage.
So I'm also assuming too as well that this would have a resurfacing element, correct?
100%.
So for acne scars that aren't even maybe have darkness, it would start to kind of almost purge though, like bring new baby skin up and help the scarring or?
I think they have a better mask for that, the baby facial.
Oh, okay.
That's more their AHA resurfacing 2 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on how, because it's 2 or 20 minutes, depending on how much you can handle.
2 or 20. Yeah.
And then you put on an oil after, and I wake up the next day. Like you would have thought I went and got a professional peel done.
Ooh.
It is so amazing. Their mask treatments. And what's really cool for the holiday season, they have a trio of the 3 masks for $49. The hydrating, this, and the peel.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Incredible.
I have to get that because
incredible.
Yes, I love anything like you're saying, the resurfacing, the AHA, the baby facial.
The baby
I feel
facial
like I would love.
and this, you would fall in love with the baby facial. You would love the baby facial.
I mean, I love that peptide moisturizer.
I think I have an extra one at home. I'll give you that. Yeah.
I love that peptide moisturizer you gave me. That's
Mary.
what I've been using ever since I stopped using the Caudalie because I was like, what the hell is this doing? It's not doing anything.
It's so incredible. You would love the baby facial. And this is I feel like a lot of people sleep on this because
I've really never even heard of anything because I was trying to think when you started talking about it, I was thinking of the Dr. Dennis Gross, the IPL serum that was the intense pigment lifting.
Oh my God.
But again, that was more of a serum-y thing that I think it was more of a gradual, like almost like a super, super, super intense vitamin C, where this seems almost more like to be able to layer this on top of other stuff. That's really cool.
And I love this product because every time I recommend this to somebody that I'm like, no, this is great for dark spots, pigmentation, whatever, because if let's say I do my glycolic night serum, put my moisturizer on, do my eye cream, and then I'm like, okay, you're adding this in addition to whatever you're using.
Okay.
This is not replacing anything. This isn't doing anything crazy. You're literally doing your regular routine.
Wow.
You are not changing anything and just adding this in, and you're going to see better results even from if you have a glycolic that's resurfacing and put this on.
Wow.
Mary, it's going to work even better.
Wow.
So I love this. This is definitely well-deserved, but give it time to work. I saw a difference. Take a picture. 4 weeks later, take another photo.
Yes.
Incredible. They have clinical studies too on their Instagram, which made me like lose my mind. There was somebody with like full dark spots all over 4 weeks.
Wow.
And like Cindy Crawford.
What? Cindy Crawford.
Cindy Crawford.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
So
good for you, Drunk Elephant.
Yeah. Love this.
We have the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour Wand. I've never used this. I did just buy it. I just bought it because I wanted it. I might do something on my beauty channel trying this stuff out. You tell me how it is because I will say this. I am a little frustrated at the fact that in the past couple months when everyone and their mother was copying Charlotte Tilbury with these wands, we had that. Then Tarte came out with them. Then Milani came out with them. Then e.l.f. was like the last one to do this. They don't have that many shades. And what about this in conjunction being the last person to jump on a bandwagon after 5 people? This may be good, but what about this is award worthy in that way, unless it's better than the rest?
So I will say I use them. I have them all in my kit.
Because I love the Milani. I love the Milani ones.
I will say my only thing with these is that the colors are good, except for the light medium is like a bronzer.
Yes.
The rest of them are perfect.
Cool
with
tones.
the light medium, I have to mix usually the medium tan or the fair light, depending on the person's skin tone when I'm doing makeup, but add this in almost like as a bronzer to warm it up.
Okay.
Which is fine, but I wish there was a cool tone light medium shade.
Yes.
But honestly, let me tell you something. I've tried the Charlotte. I haven't tried the Milani.
The Milani are good, but I will say, which maybe that's why the e.l.f. squeaks it out, is the Milanis are all warm. It's almost like a liquid bronzer.
What color
it's not
did
really
you buy?
Contour. In Milani.
No,
I think
this.
The second one. Light medium, I think.
Oh, you're
going to be pissed?
Ghouls and Goblins, you're
I
going to
know.
be mad.
Because
it's
the
warm.
light is, the rest are very cool tone. But light is
same
too
thing
light.
with these.
It's not going to show up on me.
Could you imagine it's the same formula?
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Like it's light
5
is
colors.
too pale. And then the next one above light medium, which is more cool tone, would be too dark. So that's the one that matches me. And that's what I mean. It just bugs me. It's like, I don't know. Well, what about how's the finish of this?
Beautiful.
Okay. Yeah.
I love
Milani,
them.
I feel the same way about it.
Yeah,
It's stunning.
I love the way these finish on the skin. They're a little radiant at first, but I do feel like they do dry down a little bit.
Okay.
Not fully.
Yeah.
But when I go in and gently set my clients usually, and then I'll sometimes go over with like a contour bronzer.
Yeah.
The way that when it reinforces, I barely touch them with a bronzer and it almost brings the color back.
Okay.
I fell in love with these. I absolutely
Okay.
love them. I tried the fair light and the light medium on me. Fair light is gray.
Gray. That's what I mean. It's like so.
I can't.
Which I'm happy they came out with a color light enough for super, 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 super pale people. But the next one up,
dark.
why is it warm?
I love the way that the last 3 shades, the medium, the tan, and then the deep, are phenomenal.
Really? It's deep enough?
They are.
Because that's the thing, Milani too. The darkest Milani isn't dark enough.
Oh, I feel like e.l.f. could go maybe one shade darker even. I would even like push it that they could probably do it. But let me tell you something. The last three are probably my three favorites out of the five.
Wow.
They're
flawless.
Flawless.
Okay, so then maybe this winning an award, maybe that'll mean that hopefully they expand the shade range
because they're
and add more in
expanding the
between.
halo, the flawless filter dupe. They're expanding that. So I'm like, okay, if you do that, then expand this because these blew up.
Wow.
But like enough with like the shimmer blushes too. I don't like shimmer blush.
No.
I don't.
No.
Give me matte blush. I want solid, no, not even matte blush. Give me solid color blush. If it's radiant, give me radiant blush, but give me one color.
Absolutely.
I don't need a shimmer peach blush.
Orgasm. Yeah, that.
It does the opposite. Sahara Desert.
100%. Yeah, okay. So Kevin thinks these are award worthy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah.
I don't even want to we said enough just now.
I know.
I just brought this up. I'm getting hot.
I know.
I'm getting angry.
This is the e.l.f. the Halo Glow Flawless Filter. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. Honestly, out of all products like this, I thought,
why does it still say hair care?
Best hair care steals.
Why does it still?
Because you know why I think this might have been under their like steals winners. I don't get how that's different
hair
than
care?
Whatever.
But nobody edited.
No
this
one edited
post.
it. Yeah.
So no one. No, and it's not like there's that much info on the page.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this Halo Glow filter forever. It's not my favorite. I don't like it. I like the Maybelline 4-in-1 Perfector better, which they just expanded their shade ranges, which is really cool.
This is making me sick.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. So
I can't.
And again, you're copying Charlotte Tilbury. So what about this is award winning? You know what I'm saying?
This isn't an original idea.
That's what I mean.
And I will bet you coin, because I haven't seen the full list. I bet you Flawless Filter is on that other list.
That's what I mean. This is like giving a Grammy to someone who covered a song. It's been done. Like, yeah, he's beating me. It's been done.
He beats me up on set.
Yeah.
It's clickbait.
What are we doing?
Ghouls and Goblins.
This is like giving a Grammy award to someone who covered a song. Like,
this is, oh my God.
And not better. You know what I mean?
Not Whitney Houston doing I Will Always Love You.
Just the same. Cher's ABBA album. Just a karaoke track. Yeah. Waterloo. And today won the war.
Can I tell you something though?
Yeah.
I live for that.
Of course.
I like it better than ABBA's versions.
Agreed. Okay, but here's my thing. A lot of the ABBA, I only feel like it's not because they're so old. Like, so the quality of them is a little dated.
If they got remastered.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If ABBA made those songs today, it'd be as good as bangers as Cher's.
But I don't know, there's something about Cher doing that whole album verbatim.
Oh, just karaoke tracks. Nothing different. Yeah.
I love it.
I love it.
I'm here for it.
I love it. Yes, of course.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Yeah. When you need me, darling, baby, SOS. This is... Fernando.
Oh, shit.
Next up, we have the best matte primer. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. So this is the Poreless Putty Primer that they put in a squeeze
Poreless
bottle.
Putty Primer.
Poreless Putty Primer. Yeah.
I tried this for the first time the other day.
Okay, I tried to buy this and it wasn't in Ulta for some reason.
It's exclusive to Target.
Cool. Yeah, why?
So it's exclusive to Target. You could get it on e.l.f.'s website too, but like I'm talking other beauty retailers, it's exclusive. So you can't get this in Ulta. Tried it for the first time because I was in Target and I happened to see it and I was like, oh my God, I forgot. Let me grab one.
Girl, okay. The putty primer in the thing, never liked it. Greasy grease, greasy slippy slidey sloopy sloop.
It's not matte.
And not hygienic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to have that grippiness of a primer and, like, I feel like dust gets in it and shit. So it's cool, whatever.
And Cheeto dust from your fingers is in it.
Came out with the squeeze tube. But what about a putty primer's mattifying?
It's not.
There's no ingredients in this that would mattify you. It's
I would say
pore
best
filling primer.
Smoothing primer.
Smoothing. Why?
But also, too, it ain't that smoothing.
That's what I mean.
Honestly, what $10 wasted.
I don't get this.
What are we doing?
Because also when it comes as someone with very large pores that likes smoothing, whatever, I don't want to use, I'm sorry, a pore filling primer. We're not spackling a hole in the wall. That's not what these things do. You're just putting something else between your skin and the foundation that, in my opinion, is going to make you more oily. Because again, there's no mattifying ingredients in this, that it's going to help you stay matte at all. I want my blurring and my smoothing to come from my foundation and my powders.
Yeah.
Not a primer. I'd rather use, because also if you have large pores, especially in the T-zone, chances are you're more oily because that's a symptom of being more oily. So you're going to get shiny. I would rather combat the shine with a primer and let my foundation and powders do the blurring and pore reduction. So who did e.l.f. sleep with to get so many things on this? This is ridiculous, especially to call this a matte primer.
Well, they're also calling makeup hair care steal, so I think they're the pulse is off.
Absolutely.
Honey. They don't have their finger on the pulse at all with this.
Get out of here with this. All right, take it away.
Why? So this is the Juvia's Place Candy Shop eyeshadow palette for the best 16 color. Okay, that's so specific.
Tell me about it.
Best 16 color eyeshadow palette starts with a J.
I know.
It has to have Candy Shop in the name.
Yes.
It's like, this is so like...
Best candy themed 16 pan eyeshadow palette.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have to say, so again,
out of all their palettes.
I know. And I will say, Juvia's Place eyeshadow formula is nice.
But it's not that good.
Some of the shimmers are a little bit of the in-betweens, like we say, we don't love.
Spooky.
Pick your poison. They're a little too, not enough shimmer, but not enough matte.
In between. Yeah.
And I was in the store the other day and I was like looking at this in person and I'm just like, okay, what else? It's Dua Lipa's dancing. It's giving us nothing. I don't get this.
But ColourPop didn't win.
That's what I mean. ColourPop's color stories are to die for.
But
what are we doing?
One?
And don't even with that marble nonsense. I can't stand things like that. The one on the bottom.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
You see it.
Because when you mush pink and green together, do you know what color you're getting?
Your grandma's tile in her bathroom. Get out of here with that. It's like Golden Girls, like Miami pink and green.
Yes.
Stop with the marble bullshit. Give me one color. I'll mix.
You swatch that together and it's
brown.
Mint green.
Yeah,
it's like mint green with like brown reflect now.
No. Yeah, this is nothing special. I wouldn't and these aren't that affordable either. Aren't they like 25?
Something like that.
They're not like, it's not like it's,
expensive.
That's what I'm saying. ColourPop is the same
or
price.
Morphe.
Yeah, and ColourPop I think does you're going to get as many shadows, if not more, for the same price. And I think their formula is better for drugstore eyeshadows.
Well, Morphe probably didn't pay for...
No, but Morphe's shimmer formula is boo-boo.
But they went... these people, Allure, they went into Ulta and they were like, pick that one.
Yeah. Totally. So this is going to be... I would pass on this as well. I don't think this is anything special.
No, I don't either. This is gross.
Oh, we both gay gas at the same time. Okay, this is the Kiss Muses Collection lashes. I could not agree more. Specifically,
what are the
cut Noblesse.
Noblesse is the one.
Oh my God. They are my favorite lash other than the Kiss Impress.
The Kiss Impress lashes.
Still full lash
but
band.
But a strip lash.
Girl, I want to buy these in bulk.
I want Legacy.
They're stunning. They are stunning.
I want Legacy now. But
these
Noblesse
lashes are so good. And when I tell you, if you take them off well and like you pull the glue off, clean them, whatever, you can get many wears out of these.
Oh, these are sturdy.
Very sturdy, but not thick, hard, and whatever. My God. And I trim a little bit and use them as like a 3/4, the Noblesse.
These are so, this is
absolutely
well
deserved. This, I was like, this so already, to me so far, is the most deserving thing. Which is shocking because lashes feel like, they're lashes. But again, the minute I tried those Noblesse lashes, I was like,
this also feels
these
to
are something
me,
special.
Because I feel like if anything from Kiss would have been on this list, it would have been those like Falscara ones because that was a trend. But I love that this is on here. This feels genuine.
Yes,
this
agreed.
Actually feels genuine.
Thought went into this.
Yeah, where
unlike
I feel like if
else.
the thought didn't go into it, they would have picked the more innovative, quote unquote, with the sealer and the bond, which is horrible. Where the Impress, I feel like is more innovative, and better value.
Which again, Impress came out with just the lashes, like we asked for,
packs,
the refill packs.
I know
someone watches this podcast, steals our ideas, and doesn't
pay us.
Yeah, so
Kiss, we're waiting.
I know.
Cut me the check.
These I absolutely deserve.
Hands down.
Totes.
Bow to the queen of Kiss.
Alrighty. Kevin's not pleased. It is the best mineral facial sunscreen from La Roche-Posay What?
The Greek god of Antholios.
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
SPF 50
Anthelios?
Tinted Mineral Fluid Sunscreen. Okay.
Yeah, what's Anthelios?
Jesus H. I like that this is mineral because I do like mineral sunscreens better than physical.
Me too.
But I'm almost positive Allie Glines tried this on her thing and mama, white cast city. And she was even like, I was blending and blending and blending and blending and this was not blending in.
I don't know what it is about this brand. Pisses me off.
Yeah.
I am not into it. I feel like so many people talk about this brand and I think it's the biggest waste of money.
Yeah. It's not cheap. No. I remember I used to use their retinol. Yeah, it was almost like $50, a little over 50. Good. I'm like, yeah, and it was nothing special. I love a mineral sunscreen from
Me too. I love the
what the hell? First Aid Beauty, maybe?
Thin oval bottle?
Yes. Love it because it's a little tinted. So when I don't want to wear makeup, that's all I wear and it gives me a little bit of coverage. No white cast. It doesn't even come out white. Also looks beautiful under makeup.
Drunk Elephant makes two. They make one in like a blue that's like white and it's almost like a little too white cast. There's a tinted version.
Yeah.
Mary, I put that as my primer.
Love.
Stunning. Hydrating, no shimmer, nothing to it, no white cast.
Yeah.
Gives you a little bronzier tint.
Yeah. Yeah, mineral as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
20% zinc.
Yeah, so I would go with those over this. Because again, this probably isn't even that cheap.
No.
Okay, now I'm pissed.
Oh, no. I'm getting annoyed.
This is the L'Oreal Paris Telescopic Lift Mascara. This is the mascara that was a part of Lashgate with the...
What are you talking about?
I know you. I'm on to you. I put up with a lot of shit from you. And you know what you know what the sad thing was? I reviewed, because they sent this to me. I reviewed this like a month before all that happened. And the sad part of it is, it's not a bad mascara. And that whole situation it
made me sick looking at
bad taste in my mouth. Yeah,
I didn't ever want to use it, and
I know.
And
it was a pretty cool brush in the sense of the way the one was really it's separated and the other one lengthened
first, and then rake it through. And
it's just triggering.
That's exactly what it is. I'm just not looking at this. I'm I'm sick and tired of looking at this tube.
I know.
I don't even.
And I think a tubing mascara or something should have won this year, like the KVD full sleeve mascara.
That only came out 3 weeks ago, though. How could it win an award?
How weird. Rare Beauty, I think, won last year. Didn't it win? It should have won. That Rare Beauty mascara is incredible.
I would be shocked if it didn't win.
Okay. In general, I just think there's better mascaras than this, on the whole. So this, to me, is just capitalizing on the popularity of it. Which is ridiculous. They don't have enough fucking money. They didn't make enough money from that whole drama.
Right.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, this was planned to be one of the Allure Best of Beauty winners when that all happened.
The minute it happened, absolutely.
Yeah, L'Oreal was
I know.
Salivating.
Yeah.
Because they were like, we're going to win an award for this.
Okay, hold on. So I cannot believe this is on the list, and I bought one just so we could swatch it and feel it. Best 4-color eyeshadow palette. First of all, not a palette. This is the Maybelline New York Shadow Block Stacked Eyeshadow Palettes.
I'm going to go home. Hey, Johnny. I have a question. They said this is the best 4-color eyeshadow palette, but there's only 3 colors.
Are you lying? Kevin, these awards are a joke. This one 4-color eyeshadow palette and there's only 3 colors.
I'm going to go home.
Do they even do their due diligence when they do this? It drives me mental. Give an award to the smaller ColourPop ones. The 9 pans are
Super Shock Shadows?
Super Shock Shadows. Get at it. And I have to also give it to, too. A lot of stuff LA Girl came out this year. It was pretty impressive. Yes.
Those shift shadows.
That's what I mean. Yes.
The single powder shadows.
Powder shift shadows.
Because the liquid ones were but the powder ones were amazing.
What are we, I'm just so tired of the bigger,
best 4-color eyeshadow palette.
And there's 3.
And there's 3 colors. I'm going to throw up.
Because the person that wrote this, they don't even know what this is. They saw that and they were like, oh, there's 4 in there.
Well, because they saw the lid and they were like, there must be one there and then one in the next and then one in the next one and the next one.
I thought there was 4 too looking at the picture. I didn't realize it was just 3. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. All right. The Maybelline New York Tattoo Studio Ink Pen. I haven't used this.
I think I did use this, or I used the one that's a brush tip.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know because it's called an ink pen. I think this might be the felt tip one. Honestly, no. I feel like they were trying Maybelline. definitely was like, we'll give you X amount of money, pick 2 products.
They had a big Allure budget. Yeah. Them and e.l.f. Yeah.
Honestly, for liquid liners that I feel like should have been award winning, the Wet n Wild, the breakup proof.
Yes.
That brush tip liquid liner, I'm not even kidding. The most jet black. I use it on a lot of brides. Even the NYX one.
I know that's what I'm looking for.
The NYX. It comes in black and brown, and it's the brush tip one. They almost discontinued it.
I know, and people rioted
because
that's one of the best liners. I love the NYX liner.
Yeah, and it's the Epic Ink.
Epic Ink liner. Yep.
Epic Ink liner. It comes in black and brown. Amazing. So also, I would have that over this.
The new NYX, the Vivid Lights.
Yeah.
Amazing. First brand to do that bright color where it doesn't crack and look crazy. Those were incredible. And I would have also given it to, which I know they would never because it's a super indie brand, I would have given it to those iMethod stamps. The double, that liner is incredible.
This is where if I worked for Allure, I would be looking for the deep dives that nobody knows about. This is incredible. This is the best of beauty.
Because they're not an authority on beauty. I'm sorry. These are people, and I know people in this world. These people are not makeup artists. They're not in beauty. They're not estheticians. They're not dermatologists. They have English degrees, and they managed to get work for a magazine, and they're in Allure, and they literally walk into Ulta, and the Juvia's Place palette was the first thing they saw, and that's what they pick.
And they said, wow, that's innovative. There's pink and blue.
They don't, that's what I mean. How are you going to call yourself the authority on beauty when you're not in the world of makeup? You don't, what is that? It's ridiculous to me. It really is. And there's so much politics in it. It's
whatever works for them. These girls dumped out their makeup bags and they're like, okay,
we both use this. It's the winner. Yeah, totally. This is the best powder foundation, which, excuse me, we are powder foundation aficionados. The Maybelline New York Super Stay up to 24-hour hybrid powder foundation.
What about this as a hybrid?
I have no idea.
So a hybrid is 2 things to 1.
Yes.
So what about
what are we hybriding? When that Prius picks me up, where are we going? Yeah. Michaela talked about them. They went viral. Everybody fucking bought them. And girl, heavy, heavy, heavy. I use this. Nothing special at all.
Texture Central.
City. Compared to the ColourPop powder foundation, the She Glam powder foundation, even the new Juvia's Place powder foundation.
The square.
Stunning. For a matte powder. Amazing. So many other powder foundations.
And another Maybelline product. They really had a budget.
That's what I mean, girl. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. This is so unimpressive to me.
This is so disappointing that this is even here.
I know.
And honestly, shame on Maybelline though, because this is more than apparent that you had a budget.
Yes.
And that you paid Allure to have 3 products. No other brand has more than 1 product here so far.
No, and
Maybelline
e.l.f.
has 3?
Yeah.
Oh, and e.l.f. did?
Maybelline and e.l.f., yeah. Halo Glow and the contour wands.
Oh, so they had a budget too. And the primer. So they had 3 as well.
They had 3, you're right.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's so basic. It's so basic. There are so many deep cuts. This is giving an award to Bad Romance. The way they say Bad Romance is Gaga for straight people and Toxic.
Just Dance.
Toxic is Britney Spears for straight people. It's just the easiest picks. Like, oh, this is the one we heard about the most.
I saw it on TikTok.
I know. It's the one we heard about the most, so that's what we're going to give. But do you know anything about the formula?
Do you know
nothing
the Muffin Man?
Yeah. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Oh, you did that a little too well.
Yeah, I used to love doing that. Gingy from Shrek. Not the gumdrop buttons. I
want to know what context you were doing this
because I loved Shrek growing up. Oh my God, Shrek and Shrek 2. Yes,
you would.
So good.
No, I did too.
I know. Dare.
I know. I love Shrek.
This is it.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, this is the Olay Super Serum that came out 2.5 weeks ago that somehow won an award. This literally came out 3 weeks ago at the latest. I got PR from this and this just came in the mail not even 2-3 weeks ago.
So what about it makes it a super serum?
And how, like I said, no one on earth has been able to physically buy this and use it long enough to see a difference, yet it won an Allure Best in Beauty Award. How? Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Must be funny. In a rich man's
I'm going to hit you.
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's just a shame. It's so funny. I met another creator who is an amazing creator at the Have Magic event. She's worked in product development for 20 years. She's absolutely brilliant. And we were basically saying, we're like, we need now with this oversaturation, we need a group of people who are so knowledgeable about how things work, the formulas, the way things perform, to almost like band together. And we were saying, we're like, we don't know what the medium would look like, whether it would be a publication or whatever the case is, but a group of people who are so knowledgeable to be curators like this, to almost be the judge and jury of all of these fast fashion stuff at this point, to say, no, this is not it, girl. Like, because it's just not, this is criminal to me.
Because someone's grandma,
I know,
is going to go into CVS
and buy Super Serum
and buy $34.99 Olay Super Serum.
And this is shady. The minute I saw this, I was like, are you kidding me? Because I know this just came in PR to me 2 weeks ago.
I've never even heard of this.
It just came out. And I don't even know what the hell this, at best, multitasking serum. It's definitely not a vitamin C with that clear packaging, clear bottle.
So it's not anything overly active. I bet you coin niacinamide.
Absolutely. Hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. Every serum has hyaluronic acid and niacinamide in it.
My ass has niacinamide
the Elf Gripping.
in it.
My ass has niacinamide. Someone commented when we were saying Cheerios have niacinamide, and they said they do. Someone in the comments like broke it down that like in a natural way, whatever the same thing as niacinamide is, it actually is in Cheerios.
I'm gonna go home.
I know. So this to me, this was the nail in the coffin.
I don't even want to see what's next, because from here, are we going up or are we going down? Because I don't think we could get much more.
I think this is an up. Have you tried these? These are the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer.
You know what? I did use this and I actually liked it.
Girl.
I actually did like this.
Gorgeous. The colors, I would almost compare the colors to this of Trixie's in the sense that they're that neutral.
Yeah.
You can wear just that.
My only complaint.
It's in between. Very, very not
radiant.
Glowy, but they're very
wet.
Hydrating. Yes. So I really, I stopped using it because the longer I used it, I was like, wow, God damn it. I love this, but it's just a little too, doesn't have a dry down. So I really only like this for dry skin and mature skin who your skin's leaning dry. I don't think combo and oily really should use this.
Exactly. And Revolution is the curator of fast fashion makeup that you go to repurchase something in 6 months and it's been discontinued and replaced.
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, these are great. I love that they're still around, but
yeah. And the dark shades in this, they did a really good shade range with this. It goes very, very dark. So these, and they blend like butter. They're so easy to use. You need the littlest bit.
This.
Oh, you need the littlest bit. They're gorgeous, but they're really only good on dry skin.
Yeah.
So I give them credit because I think this was actually a really good choice.
Yeah. All right, what's next here? We have the okay.
I bought this.
Okay.
I went out and bought this because I wanted to try it.
Nuts.
So here's my thing. I love it. I love the way it held my brows. I don't like the brush.
You know, the brush is duped after Patrick Ta, the laminating brush.
Yes, and you know why I don't like it? One side is flat, and the other's almost like a mini little hairbrush. It's not like a spoolie. There's so much product on it. When I put a brow gel on, I better not feel wetness on my skin under the brow. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This better only touch my brow hairs because that's letting me know it's coating the brow hairs. When I put this on, the skin under my brows, splish splash, took a bath.
Yeah.
Wet.
She went to Dorney Park.
Wet. Yeah. Like it held my brows nicely.
But it's
how much is this?
Maybe 14.
Girl, now knowing that, get the e.l.f. dual-ended clear brow gel and clear mascara. Which, yes, you're getting, quote, less brow product because it's half and half, but I use that clear mascara on my brows. I think it's the same fucking formula.
Probably is.
And it's $3. That should have won. To have a clear mascara, I love that because there is, as me being a guy, when I do my makeup like this, powder and stuff does get on my lashes. And before that clear mascara, I'd have to run my fingers underwater and like get the powder off my lashes because it kind of took now I use the e.l.f. I use the clear brow gel on my brows and the clear mascara on my lashes.
Yeah.
That should have won over this only because this brush is not it, man.
I wish if this was just a spoolie, I think I would
have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such hard plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was a spoolie, I actually would have loved this.
Yeah. So this, I don't know. I just don't. I think if e.l.f. didn't exist, I would say this is one of the nicest brow gels.
Yeah.
Because it did dry down clear. But I would go with e.l.f.
Yeah, and this doesn't get like crunchy, flaky.
White and crusty. Yeah. So I would go with the e.l.f. I think that should have won over this, especially the innovation of having a clear mascara built right in for that price point. Not that e.l.f. needed any more winners, but...
And then last but not least, we have...
Best resurfacing serum.
Sunday Riley Good Genes All-in-One Lactic Acid Treatment. Now, let me tell you something. I like it.
Yeah.
Get over it.
How come?
I'm just so... I feel like this
Didn't
serum...
this come out 4 years ago?
Longer than
I was going to say, I feel like
Mary.
I worked at Sephora when this came out.
I feel like this has been around since the dawn of time. I'm just... There's something about...
The land before time. Littlefoot used this. It didn't make his genes any better, though, because he went extinct. Get it? Like science genes.
Get out. Listen, I think Good Genes is good. It's not great genes.
It's not great genes.
I don't know. I feel like I've used other lactic treatments that I like better that are less expensive.
Yeah.
This bottle used to be 105.
Ooh.
They lowered it to 85.
Okay.
The big bottle used to be 150. Now it's 125.
Okay.
So I like that the price point came down over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, do I feel like it helped with smoothing my skin a little bit? Yeah, but like with continued use, I felt like my skin was almost getting used to it.
Okay.
And I was using other lactic treatments. I've tried a bunch of high-end ones, but I just feel like I'm a little like,
I feel like this is like still getting the praise because it was one of the first ones in a way, the accessibility to such a strong formula back in that day. And it's like still getting heralded as though there's nothing that can compete with it when there is. You know what I mean?
I mean, how many times has this probably won an Allure?
Florals for spring. Groundbreaking.
It feels just generic to have this on this list again.
Yeah. Well, again, we don't know what else is out there, so we're going to go with the same thing.
Well, because somebody went home into her bathroom and to Sunday Riley sent it to Allure's fucking office.
That's what
and
I mean,
they all got
girl.
one.
I know.
And again,
I
mean, the scandal with Sunday Riley way back when.
Yes.
When she made her employees write reviews for her for the new product coming out. And then I knew people that worked for Sunday Riley at the time. So they were like, yeah, we literally had to write reviews and like people were speaking out and just getting chopped.
Yeah.
Because they were like speaking out. They were like, no, she would make us write reviews of the product. So it would get like 5-star reviews.
The shade
I mean,
of it
but
all.
that retinoid eye cream is
amazing.
Great. So it's like I'm torn because some of the products are good, but I feel like
and some of the products I think are overrated. They're overhyped.
Why am I paying $85 for this serum when, listen, I use an expensive lactic treatment now that's $82, but I'm like, I don't know. There's something about that I feel like it rivals this. So I'm like.
And why is this award worthy for 2023 when it came out 7 years ago? That's the $1 million question. That's what we're judging. Why is this award winning this year?
This year, that you're
no other resurfacing product that came out in 2023.
And you know what? Maybe that's actually, that hits the nail on the head for me because maybe that's why I'm so bothered. What is that doing? This came out so long ago, and I know this has won Allure Best of Beauty Awards before because I remember seeing the red stickers all over it. So you're telling me in all this time that nothing else has championed this product?
It's ridiculous.
Get away from me.
I know.
Cut the shit because that just, it pisses me off that again, either it's somebody at Allure being like, I don't know, let's just pick something that everybody always loved and maybe we'll
Or I feel like honestly, it's brands like Sunday Riley pay Allure to put it in. They say, this is our best selling serum. We want to make sure it continues to be our best selling serum. That's what we're going to nominate.
Look at Drag Race. Sunday Riley sponsored Drag Race and they were making those queens talk about good genes.
I know.
And they would show the Sunday Riley wall and the one they were all putting on like good genes in the mirror on Drag Race. And I was like,
which girl, you ain't putting a resurfacing treatment under your drag makeup. Like that's the last thing I want under my drag makeup. Let me shed my skin like a snake.
Yeah.
As I'm putting drag makeup on.
So later when I go to scrape this off with Dawn dish soap, I'm going to peel my skin off.
Yeah. Get out of here with this. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for listening to another Beautiful and Bothered. These were the Allure drugstore and skincare, and it was a hot mess. Just a jokey dokey.
I'm disappointed. And I knew coming into this, I knew there was going to be some products I was excited about.
Wait for the high end.
Oh my God. My stomach is
Wait for next week, y'all. Girl.
I cannot. Those high ends are going to be nasty.
I was cracking up putting them in there because I know there are some that are going to make you throw the mic.
If you
yeah. It is so ridiculous.
Yeah, if you thought I got a little, I'm getting.
And it's just, and
this
again, we
gets
said
under
in,
my skin
said
because
in the
I just want to shake people and be like, you don't
I know.
have any idea that this is not what you want, nor is this what you need.
I know.
So,
and I
tune in
hate
next
how
week.
much authority they have.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just so evident when you
people
know.
will take this list into stores and scroll and be like, yeah, give me this, give me this, give me this,
or
give me
if they're
this.
between something, when they see that little red thing on the fucking gondola, they're going to buy this. It just sucks. Like, it sucks that it's so political and uninformed.
Yeah, and
it blows.
These brands probably pay for that sticker too, for the Allure sticker to go then get just pasted on their box.
Yeah, girl. Like I said, stay tuned next week for the high-end luxury Allure 2023 winners. Thank you for listening to a brand new episode. Make sure to subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you want your episode one day early, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Wherever you are, we hope you are happy, safe, and healthy. And remember,
you are beautiful.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Let's get some lunch. Let's go to lunch.